For a nation that is so obsessed with sugar, how do you consistently get your candy so wrong?
Listen, don't come for our heads like that, alright? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another amazing video. We're gonna be reacting to something been wanting to cover for a while. What is something Europe has changed in your mind as an American? Part 1, TikTok 2022. Now, for those that did not know, your boy is heading to the wonderful land of Korea. I've already been there, and I've had a lot of experience with culture shocks and things that America has told me that were not necessarily the truest of true. So if you guys have things like that, let me know in the comments down below. Please, we're trying to hit 500,000 of you guys by the end of this year.
When I was 19, I lived in England. I studied abroad while in college. I'm gonna talk about food. I was eating at least 5,000, 6,000 calories a day. I was also walking every day, everywhere. However, not enough to burn that many calories. I was eating shit, like pure and utter shit. I was not eating good food. I was eating McDonald's, KFC, bad food, and I lost 35 pounds. 35. I came back to the state, no acne, no anxiety. I could not wear the clothes in my closet. They were hanging off of me. When Tesco says your peaches are going to expire on the 9th of June, they mean the 8th of June. There are no preservatives. There are no artificial hormones. There are nothing in those foods, and I miss it every day.
I did hear about that. It's very common for people to drive all over the place here, obviously. Not that common for people to walk around everywhere unless you're in a big city, in which, yeah, obviously walking places would be a lot better than taking a vehicle around for transportation. But I've heard like a lot of people say they ate more in Europe and actually lost weight because they were so active. Like you're walking everywhere. Like imagine like I walk 10, 15 miles a day or something like that in Germany, but I'm also eating maybe 20 times the amount of food that I eat in America, but somehow I come back to America a lot more ripped, which is insane.
I cannot describe it. I came back to the States and I got sick the first time I ate food.
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe, what's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go? I'll go first. I don't know about y'all, but I've had the chance to spend 2 weeks in Finland over the last couple years, and it's changed a lot about my perspective.
Ooh, a lot of people have been saying Finland is a really nice country to visit.
But currently what I'm battling is that I just had to leave 2 supermarkets because our meat is disgusting. In Helsinki, all the salmon was so rich. I mean, granted, the harbor is right there, but literally the salmon was almost like grapefruit colored.
What? That's crazy.
Sickly, nasty, orange salmon. Blech. And it's like I don't even relate to chicken here anymore. The chicken wings in Finland are so little and crispy and light. The chicken wings here, the fat layer is just so thick. There's fat inside on the bone, like Finland literally would never.
Wow, I never ever considered that.
Beef looks gray. Our meat quality has to be making us sick because there's no way. These animals are sick and they're still feeding them to us. They cannot continue eating corn. We don't digest corn, neither do they. And even if they're pasture raised, what about the pesticides in the pasture? This country is 6 degrees of fucked up.
Would you also accept the submission of the culture shock a European gets when we come to the States?
Ooh, okay. If you guys are watching this and you are from Europe, please feel free to share your story as to what that culture shock life was like for you coming to the United States and how different it was to Europe. What did you like about the culture shock? What did you not like about the culture shock? I can think of a few things that you might say, but who knows? It might blow my mind.
Mind you, when they told me that we were gonna go live in the States, I was stoked. For me, the US was Six Flags, Universal Studios, Disneyland, In-N-Out Burger. But over time, I started falling in a sort of uncanny valley. There was the food. Cheese was just a block of plastic. Have you ever...
Yeah, government cheese in America is a death sentence, okay? If you've had government cheese, when they say American cheese, that stuff about to be low grade, okay? It's like they took all the plastic toys nobody wanted to play with, sprinkled some salt and some grease and fat on that, melted it in a factory, and then dyed it yellow and sliced it into these sad, sorry abominations that we eat on burgers and whatnot. Literally, if it says American cheese on anything, I'm like, do not dare serve that nasty shiznit to your boy.
Ever seen what mozzarella is supposed to look like? And I slowly started realizing that everything tasted chemically. So you have ginormous vegetables, but they taste like nothing.
That's because we put steroids in our shit, my guy.
I realized that the difference in volume is just made up of water. Now I realize why so many of you, in order to spice your food, you have to put powdered garlic and powdered onion instead of the real thing. It's because it's dehydrated. You need less volume to get the same punch. But go get thee some garlic in the Mediterranean. It will knock you off your feet.
I believe it. I've never had garlic from the Mediterranean, but I'm willing to bet that would change my life forever. If you guys have had an authentic dish from Europe, ladies and gentlemen, and you guys are watching this video right now, or you're from that continent and you had American food, let me know what that life was like in the comments down below, because I would like to know.
Pungent. You just use the fresh thing. You don't need the powdered version. And I know what I'm on about because I have been to Gilroy, your capital of garlic. Honestly, meh. Sorry, but yeah. Then there's sugar everywhere, even in the bread. And for a nation that is so obsessed with sugar, how do you consistently get your candy so wrong?
Listen, don't come for our heads like that, alright? Okay, listen, we do. Listen, man. I think it's honestly money. It boils down to money. Whatever is the most tantalizing for the customer, we just be making food that makes us more money, I guess. But honestly, I feel like good, authentic, healthy food that would taste absolutely amazing would make probably way more money in America. Probably not, to be honest. I feel like we play on the parts of our palate that we should only be tapping into once in a blue moon, but we do it all the time here. Extra sugar, extra fat, extra grease, extra really unhealthy elements to our dishes.
Sorry, but I'm not letting you off the hook until we talk about corn candy. What the fuck is that?
Oh, candy corn. That shit is nasty, bro. I remember one year I ate a whole bag of candy corn. How the hell I never had a cavity in my life still blows my mind to this day. But that shit is literally cemented sugar with dye in it. It's nasty, bro.
This is so popular. Have you ever had a nice like French gelée? Oh my god. Have you ever had candied violet petals? I'm salivating already. Already covered how weird your chocolate tastes. Everything was just consistently in this kind of...
Oh, our chocolate is dog. Our chocolate is terrible. There's a whole video I've made on that. Go watch it.
Uncanny Valley? The house is made of drywall. Where's the stone? Where's the cement? Where's the brick?
We want to accommodate the people who like getting involved in domestic disputes. So we designed our houses out of paper and pencils to accommodate the people who have temper tantrums.
I was a kid, but after a while, my mother asked me, how are you liking living in the States? And apparently I said, it's creepy because it's like Disneyland, but without the fun. And everything looks like the thing, but isn't the thing. I mean, I could go on, but you brought food as an example, and I just thought I'd respond in kind. You know, I know it's difficult to leave the States, but if you get a chance, come back.
This is the moment we've all been waiting for. America, it's a decent country, but over the years, we've gotten so big-headed that we think that we're absolved from criticism. I've seen people in previous videos of mine that have talked so much shit about, oh, James, how could you say that you're from America? You guys need to hear it, that this place needs so much work. It is sickening, man. If we have people actually get it together and fix the basic things we need to survive here in this country, this place would be a lot better. But right now, man, it is... It's a shit show right now. The world is looking at us like, how did y'all live this damn long? It make no sense. You are poisoning your people, lying to them, brainwashing them, and then feeding them this bullshit. And how do we get here? The only way we can get better is by acknowledging where we're messing up. We did get some things right though, but this is about what we got wrong and what we can learn from other people's experiences to make this place better. I want America to be amazing, but I feel like to do that, we need to reevaluate and criticize ourselves and the place we live in. I'll start with myself. I reacted to a video, what's the dumbest thing an American said to you? And I opened up with the fact that I, even to this day, say dumb shiznit. I say dumb shit all the time. There's been times that people have been telling me what actually happens in their country, and I've challenged them and said, no, that doesn't happen, like an idiot. That's me as an American. And I'm saying we need to get out of that mentality of refusing to learn about the world to help improve our own country. We can take the best parts of other countries and embed that in the United States and make this an amazing place to live.
But I'm gonna leave on a positive note for you. There are a few things that nobody can do like the US. These are not gonna be like gotchas. For one, peanut butter, amazing. And
yeah, peanut butter is phenomenal. The fact that people don't like peanut butter in some places will always blow my mind. Peanut butter is God tier.
It's a you thing. Number two, but this is my main thing, New York cheesecake. Nobody in Europe does it like you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, also New York pizza. Nobody does it like New York.
They do this weird no-bake cheesecake. Not the same thing. Cherry pie. Anything Cajun.
All right, cherry pie nasty, bro. I don't like cherry pie. That shit is garbage, but to each their own. If you guys like cherry pie, go crazy.
Spiced. All amazing. Your Napa Valley white wines are okay also. Not amazing, but okay.
Napa Valley white wines. I need to try that and see if it's okay. So far, I haven't had a bad wine yet.
Red velvet cake.
Red velvet cake is code word for chocolate cake with some dolled up icing. But I have had some fire red velvet cake before. Ooh, red velvet cake. And then I had some bad, low quality red velvet cake and it ruined the whole thing for me. However, there are places that make phenomenal red velvet cakes, so I will give her that.
Pancakes and French toast.
Oh, yeah. Y'all are not shitting on us when it comes to pancakes, man. We got the best pancakes here. Man, I don't know what it's up with Europe, bro, but what I can say is y'all be calling these little crepe things pancakes. I'm like, the fuck is that? What is that? Y'all be eating paper sheets and calling them pancakes, man? Fly your ass over to America and get some real pancakes, man. Our shits is thick, sugary, and good. Yes, they're not healthy at all, but they will definitely put a smile on that face, okay?
Do you want more culture shock examples?
Please.
You know,
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe, what's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
No, okay, so it changed a lot of things for me.
Oh my God, okay.
And when I was a junior in college, I went and lived in Ireland for roughly 6 months, and I spent most of my time, 99.9% of my time, in one area of Galway, which is in the western section, and it's a fairly good-sized city as far as like Ireland is concerned. And so it changed a shit ton for me. One of the things that it changed that can never be replicated here, I do not care what somebody says, is safety.
She said it, not me. She said it. Not me. Listen, America is one of the least safe places to be. People always talk about, but there's so many other countries out there that are, shut it. Okay, America not safe. It's not safe. People could break into your house right now, steal all of your shit, and then sue you for feeling like they were threatened when they broke into your house. People here, I told you about with everybody owning guns, right? Everybody, not just the people that are responsible, because we all like to key in on the people that are responsible. That's not the problem. Why would a responsible person owning a gun be a problem? We have so many irresponsible people that own guns that have been the causes of thousands, hundreds of thousands of deaths in America. Also, riddle me this, Batman. Most women, when they travel, they say that they feel safer. American women, by the way, they say they feel safer in other countries than they do in America. Countries that you would think you would feel less safe in. They feel safer in those countries than in America. We have such a crazy culture that makes it very unsafe for everybody, but definitely women for sure. And it's very scary. I'm not saying this doesn't happen in other countries, but it happens so much here in America. Why are so many people speaking out against it?
Because I was a junior, I was an American, I was in college, I was studying abroad, I was like 20 sheets to the wind every now and then, and I would walk home from the pubs. They close at 4, like 3 or 4 in the morning. So I'd be walking home after getting like some food at like 4 in the morning by myself from Center City to my house. No problems. And I never felt unsafe one time.
In America, however, if you are a woman walking home by yourself at night, that is almost a very easy way to get snatched the fuck up. It's very scary and it's a very real problem here. I honestly think that we took a bunch of steps back. It's sad, bro.
The second thing it changed was police. You know, this is just my experience, and then the experiences I saw of people with them, but like, you could be that drunk bastard out on the thing, like, I'm gonna piss on a wall and I'm gonna fight you. The cops would just be like, all right, Joe, get in the car, we're gonna take you home. Get in the fucking car, Joe. And they were just super nice. Like, you were encouraged to walk up to them and be like, hey, you know what, I kind of need a ride. And they'd be like, all right, cool, like, let's see if we can call you taxi, or we'll take you, like, get on, whatever. Super polite. The other thing it changed, and this is really weird, but it changed me forever, so Chinese food.
What?
Yeah.
Chinese food in Ireland.
So Galway is this like little international port.
Mm-hmm.
So the Chinese food that I had in Galway was like straight from whatever section of China the owner of that restaurant was from, and imported its food directly from that area of China. So
oh my gosh, I thought we did that in America.
They made cuisine that was not Americanized in any way, shape, or form. And so even in my wildest dreams, when I was there, I ordered like takeout. And it showed up in my door. It was raining hell, like I hate rain. So I was like hiding. And so the guy knocks on the door. I have this Chinese food. And I called the guy I was dating back in America via Skype back in the day and was like, I've had the best Chinese food of my life. And then told my roommates who were Irish, and they were like, oh, that's nothing. You should go to this place.
What?
Whole different region of China. And it was just so good. And so now, no matter where I go in America, I have yet to have Chinese food nearly as good as I did in Ireland. And basically it changed me forever. So
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe, what's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
How cheap it is to travel.
I have to agree with her. So very quickly, a lot of you guys that have been following me for years know that I've been obsessed with Europe. I've been obsessed with Germany. So I was telling you guys how much it costs for me to fly across the United States. To fly fly from Chicago to Arizona, it costs about $500-600 round trip. It was about like anywhere between $400 to $1,000 roughly to fly anywhere in the United States. How the hell is it that it costs less than $100 to fly around any part of Europe? Actually, it was cheaper to fly from Europe to the United States than from the United States to Europe. Why is that?
Accommodations and public transportation is so cheap in Europe. And traveling is a lifestyle. It's so different in the United States. Like if you want to travel cheap in the US, you got to hitchhike, got to be a dirty kid, you got to train hop. People still do that in Europe, but you don't have to. You can stay at hostels for $10 a night. You can get a train ticket to a different country for $20. You can ride the subway across the city for $1, and it'll take 15 minutes. Now, of course, this
Also, though, I did hear the transportation in Europe is a little bit pricey, so there could be some cap in this statement.
depends on what city you are in Europe, but you're also encouraged to travel there. Unlike the United States where everything revolves around working.
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe, what's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
There has to be a deeper reason behind why America and Japan are the only countries in the world that wash their eggs. And if I know anything about how
Wash their eggs? We wash our eggs? I didn't know that.
America likes to cut corners, save $1 at the expense of the people, I don't feel like I will like the answer once I get it.
I didn't get that.
I lived in Italy for a summer, and when I went there, I was fairly healthy, but I got there and it's just fresh pasta, fresh pizza, fresh gelato, and I was eating that every single day. I can't even tell you how much prosciutto I had while I was out there. And I came back after the summer and I was healthier than when I had left.
A lot of people have been saying that too. Once again, when they travel to Europe, they eat way more and they come back 5 or 10 times as fit as they did when they left.
And not only that, when I started eating the food here in America again, I was sick.
Yeah, because they try to poison you. Welcome to the simulation, ladies and gentlemen.
Got really sick for months. The apartment that I had in Italy, it had a small refrigerator. You get groceries for whatever you're going to cook that day. Everything is fresh. You're not doing leftovers. I've been trying to get back ever since.
Americans who've been to or traveled to Europe, what's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
I was living in France for 7 months, so I would say it changed my lifestyle a lot. Firstly, I can't even wear Crocs outside anymore. Or any really like athletic clothing to any place other than the gym. I'm not doing it. I'm also not in a rush to do anything, to go anywhere, to finish my food. I'm not in a rush to do anything. I love eating in now. Like, I don't want to eat in the car. I don't want to eat in a drive-thru. I just want to sit and eat.
A lot of people here, since the lifestyle in America is like go, 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 you have to work, you have to get from point A to B, which hinders us from enjoying the moment. A lot of people miss out on the small simplicities of life, just sitting there and taking everything in. I feel like that's a problem. There's a lot of times where I'm rushing, I'm trying to do so many different things, and then I wind up not having time for myself.
Lastly, I would say diet and exercise. I find myself parking further away so that I can walk because I watch so much in France, and then I'm also not eating the same things I used to eat because they didn't have Pop-Tarts, they didn't have all this sugar that we eat in the US all over the place. And if they did, it was rated an F, so you don't even want to eat that.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and squirrels, that is the video.